Here's how I failed my monk mode journey. So around September 5th would have been my 90 days of my monk mode journey. And I actually kind of failed at day 60. Now, I think it's a win still that I was able to get to day 60, I learned a lot, I did a lot, but at the end of the day, I just felt like I didn't really do what I needed to do, I didn't really get to the goal where I wanted to, which was 90 days of pure monk mode, pure resistance, right? Obviously, if you look through my videos, I was consistent. I went to the gym, ate well, slept well, but I think there's 5 reasons as to why I fucked up the whole thing, And mano a mano, I kind of want to be as honest as to what's been happening or what happened during the whole 60 days thing. And look, I'm not perfect, I am still human, I am making mistakes, but when we all sign up for this monk mode or in general just self-improvement, it comes with a whole lot of growing, a whole lot of learning. It's not just a overnight thing and everything just changes, So let's hop into it. Now, what the first reason as to why I fucked up, I overworked myself. I think because with the comparison and with other people who have attempted monk modes and all these self-improvement ventures, I was more focused on that sort of mindset, to focus on business, to focus on just 24/7 unfiltered work, just putting my head down, not looking up, not answering phone calls, not doing anything of that sort, just really focusing on that, right? So I turned my attention to that and I really didn't focus on the things that I needed to focus on. Getting better at my creative work, speaking to more people, even though it's monk mode and the whole premise of monk mode is to basically isolate yourself and spend a period of time growing your skills. I also wanted to grow other skills, such as my social skills, such as my business skills and my art skills, but I really didn't do it, even though I claimed I did it, right? So obviously you'll see in the videos that I didn't really take that to account. I didn't really take it seriously. My artworks were lacking at that time and my music was also lacking. Yeah, I made music, but it wasn't anything that challenged me. I do believe that with these types of journeys, you should do things that really challenge you and make you step out of your comfort zone. That is the whole point of it. You're not working to stay on the same level. You're working so that you improve yourself tenfold. You literally have all the time in the world, especially in these types of situations where you're in monk mode, So I felt like maybe I wasn't doing exactly what I needed to do. I wasn't really I wasn't targeting goals, but I was more focused on just getting work done for content, really. I wasn't really being true to myself and being honest with what I needed to do. Now the second reason is kind of crazy, right? If you actually look through most of my videos, there's times where, I think 4 times if I'm not mistaken, where you can tell my mood is off. I'm kind of emo, I'm depressed, Obviously in times like this, you don't really get time to really take account of what's going on around you, So the second reason why I fucked up is I was driven by my emotions. Obviously around day 19, day 17, around that time, you can tell I did fuck up my hand that time. It's much better now, but I was definitely driven by emotions. There were times where I genuinely felt genuinely depressed, but I think maybe it was because I was at home too much. I didn't really get time to go outside as much because there was a period where I stopped going to the gym and whatnot. And after that time, I guess really everything just kind of went downhill. Obviously, the other reason for that is I didn't really take time to get into shadow work. Why do I feel the way I do? Why do I react to these specific things? That's why in monk mode, even though we focus a lot on improving our work ethic and our skills, we should really focus a lot on the shadow work, on our inner self first. That really does make sense in my opinion, because what's the point of being this super guru who has a whole lot of money and all that shit, who surpassed 90 days of monk mode but doesn't know how to control his own emotions? Doesn't really make sense, does it? So, in my opinion, I think that was really one of my biggest mistakes. Is I really didn't really take account of my emotions, and there were times where my environment did affect me a lot, and I did become very emotional at times, and it fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie, it really did, and it not just ruined my mood, but it just, the video itself of what I recorded that time didn't come out well, and everything else just was like a domino effect of just mediocrity. I just felt like nothing is worth it anymore. Why am I even doing this in the first place? So I do believe if somebody wants to take this monk mode journey seriously, if you do want to attempt something like this, don't forget to check in with yourself once in a while. Check in with your emotions. It is very important. Number 3, I kept relapsing. Now, obviously one of my non-negotiables is obviously no porn and all that, but secretly or under the scenes, I was relapsing a lot. And there was that internal guilt where it's like, I can't sort of be an example for somebody, right? But I keep relapsing on the side and keep claiming that, oh no, I'm doing well, I'm on this great ass streak. But at the end of the day, I realized as I was journaling that, these things do happen. This monk mode is not really just a time for growing your work ethic, right? I feel like once you spend some time alone with yourself, you really get to reevaluate things, and really not just basically, what I'm trying to say is that you get to see the true you, if that makes sense. So obviously I knew that if I am driven by emotions or specific triggers, then I do relapse. So obviously there was a part of me that still needed healing or fixing. So that really kind of messed everything up. I felt like I wasn't being authentic to, whoever's watching the video, or even when I look back, because I did take some time to actually look at my videos, and I do preach one thing, but I'm doing the opposite. So it didn't feel authentic. So I guess the guilt ate me up, and that's why I kind of called it off. But majority of the time, I think the emotional thing really was the reason why I messed up the whole streak and the whole journey itself. But I do resent or feel guilty for what happened, but I've learned to overcome it, and I am doing better. But we'll get to that. The 4th reason why I failed my monk mode journey is comparison. One of my viewers who checked out my videos actually stated one of the obvious reasons why obviously I kind of fucked up the whole monk mode journey is because I had this comparison mindset that, oh, if I lead the way because I'm the only dude that's doing monk mode daily, I'm gonna get views, I'm gonna get this and that, and I'm comparing myself to other content creators and other people. I'm not really focusing on my journey, but sort of taking pieces from other people's journey and trying to make my own little growth of some sort. And I wasn't really focusing on like what Osiris is doing. I was just focusing on what am I going to do to get views, what am I going to do to be the next big self-improvement YouTube and whatnot. So I didn't really focus on what needed to be focused on. It was just the journey and not the views and the numbers. That's why most people don't really do this daily content thing, because number one, you do run out of ideas because it's the same shit every day. But number two, how do you get good at it? Obviously there is ways, but obviously that time there wasn't much I really did. It was the same thing every day. So obviously there was that comparison thing. And the other reason why is, if you watch one of my videos, there was a point where I felt very insecure because I was comparing myself to some dude in the gym, and I remember even stating that, dude, I feel so bad because there's this dude who came through, he's like everything I want to be and better. And instead of learning that everybody has a different journey, I sort of took that to heart, and I was kind of jealous about that, and I never really grew from that. I just took it as, oh, I'm jealous, and that really did fuck things up for me, I'm not gonna lie. But we learn, we grow, and obviously I have written down as to why, or what are the things that make me insecure and what can I do. I also did mention in that video that everybody's timeline is different, bro. You grow from these things, Not everybody starts off perfect, The person I was insecure about, he probably didn't even know I was hating, Why am I hating, bro, So I think I fucked up with that one, to be quite honest, and we learn. But I won't lie, comparison also was kind of the killer to why I failed the monk mode journey. And last but not least, which I already touched on a little bit in like every single other point, is I didn't deal with my inner demons. I didn't do the shadow work that was needed. So I was so solely focused on just getting good, getting better, getting views. I wasn't really focused on the aspects of just being in this journey so I can self-improve holistically, not just with my work ethic, but with my emotions, the way I handle things, my body physically, obviously. And obviously I didn't, there were some things I said I was going to do and I didn't do. So I kind of messed up with that one. And I guess the takeaway from this is I am proud that I attempted something like that. I am proud that I was able to, at least whoever did watch my videos, shout out to the subscriber, by the way. He actually checked me out, and I won't lie, I screenshotted his comment, right? And I read it every night for the past couple of days, from September, right? And that was really all that it is about. That's what this whole channel is about at the end of the day. If I can motivate at least one person out there, that's all that really matters. I will fuck up. I'm not trying to, I don't want to portray myself like I'm this perfect person. I do make mistakes, I do have flaws, I do have addictions and shit that I haven't dealt in the past. Obviously I've done some thinking, I've done some journaling, I've done some studying, whether it be externally or on myself. But there's definitely a lot to learn, there's definitely a lot to grow from, and I'm just happy that I was able to at least, motivate at least somebody out there, and that's all that really matters to me. Obviously more videos are gonna come through. I might switch up the style a bit, but obviously I've been thinking, and some stuff is definitely gonna come through. A lot more content, I hope, but I know for sure some things are gonna come out from here. But my takeaway from this, I do believe everybody once in their life, I do believe everybody should at least have a period of isolation where they take some time away to focus on their goals. Don't do it as much as I did, because I'm still in isolation, and there's a video coming out on that. But definitely take some time off to actually, audit your life. How are you really doing? How are you really feeling? Are you okay? What triggers you? What doesn't trigger you? What part of your life needs development and what doesn't? How do you deal with specific emotions? What triggers you and all that? Everybody, I believe, should go through that period in their life once in a while to just curate and audit, literally see how shit goes. Because how do you expect to dwell in self-improvement but you haven't really self-improved on even the basic shit, So I think that's that. I hope that made sense. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. Peace.